folks, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Bjorn Ellie. Welcome to another episode of Star Technology, where I have been doing stuff repetitive. Okay, when I walk past here, it's just me, or does everything get foggy? Maybe you can't see it on YouTube. I mean, I know that there's that throws me off every time I get close to it. I know that's there, but like that's crazy. Okay, sorry. We were going to run through all of the stuff. Oh man, I've done so many. Okay, it's fine. We're just gonna run through it real quick. I've got so many things queued up that we need to make. Oh, we don't need. We made that. We don't need any more. Solar panel 6 we made. We don't need any more. ZPM energy hatch we can get rid of. We know how to make that. Polybenzimidazole. Okay, so point is, if we run over to the tall process chain, this is the last one I did. I threw in this guy here. Now, one of the things that I think is really cool is that the chemical reduction almost always gives you back a 1-for-1 response for your catalyst. I don't know why it's not working. I mean, other than the fact that it's run 329 times or so. This is platinum. Oh, platinum is low. Well, that's fine. It's slow. It's 7.5 seconds, but it gets rid of all of these machines, a bunch of machines that are over there. I left them all up, but I'm going to take them down. I was cannibalizing parts here. Man, a lot of this can go away. We still need to do the Shelled Knight. Why is this not running? Output hatches are empty because this guy's not running. No, that means that the input hatch is... The output hatch is back behind. I don't know how to get there. So it's basically it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, input hatch is good. Okay, so the input hatch is good. So what it's missing is the platinum sludge group, and the platinum sludge group comes from this chemical reactor here, which has purified Shelled Knight, but it is missing hydrochloric acid. Is that right? Oh, it needs nitric acid. So for some reason, it put nitric acid in there instead of... What's it? I know why that is, I think. It's that pipe there. Okay. So I'm not going to fix this right now. I'll do it off camera because I got to tear down a bunch of this stuff anyways. So essentially all we need to do is make hydrochloric acid, which is one machine, instead of making all this stuff. Yeah. So we don't need this. And anyways, point is it's cool. So the output of this is the nitric acid and the hydrochloric acid you need to make more aqua regia. So you pump it back into here. This creates the aqua regia, which you pump in here. I love that. That catalyst thing is going to become big as we continue on. It's the big brain part of all of these machines that you have to know how things are running. It's neat. It's neat. So this is not working now, but it was. It ran several thousand cycles, and then something I did with pipes in the back messed up. Okay, and then I've got hundreds of thousands of the bad materials to work through. Which, if we run over here, I've got them all like processing through. So this is not running now because it's probably out of... Oh, it's out of space. Neat. Okay, well, I'll take some more chlorine. We'll just put another chlorine tank right down. And now you're running again. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of this in the near future. And this has just got a bunch of stuff in it that I haven't bothered to try to figure out how to put away yet. I've been running a little low. It's the first couple weeks of school, right? So kids are getting sick, so that means we're getting sick. But I did also process all of the platinum sludge residue. So We've got 500,000 gold dust and 1/3 silicon dioxide dust. So very important. We all know how important those things are. I did upgrade all of these machines to LUV because I'd rather they run at 1 tick than at the speed they were running. So that's neat. Yeah, so that's all that is. Let's see what else. So we can get rid of platinum dust. That's working. Fluoroantimonic acid. That is this one over here. These are all the, not all of them, but most of the chemical harm reductions you do. So all of these machines, every stinking one of these machines is going to get torn down. And I was cannibalizing parts. And then these, the routers try to put the liquid down if there's no inventory to grab it. So you just get the constant bloop, bloop, bloop noise. The problem is that for a lot of the materials, there is no in-game thing. So like if it's trying to put down hydrochloric acid, there's no hydrochloric acid that goes down in-game in this particular pack. So this one just pulls... I rearranged all this, so these can go. If I can get up there. Those can go because I moved the output over here. So now the output comes up over here, goes down. I played with a bunch of different ways, basically making sure that I always had some naquita dust. And then I realized this whole process is pretty fast. So if I need more, I just toss in a stack of nether shards. And then this one's taking 40 seconds. So we can upgrade the speed eventually, but for now it's fine. It's not going to be crazy. But we're getting the quadria dust instead of the quadria sulfate or whatever it was. And I think this was trinium sulfite or something. And now we're just getting the straight dust, which is obviously much preferable. Yes. Oh, the biggest part about the trinium dust is we still need to smelt it in the blast furnace, so I'll need to set up a blast furnace for it. Probably do that in here. But before, because we had to process it, we got the trinium sulfite. Yeah, we get the trinium sulfite. It goes into here. It smelts with hydrogen or sulfuric acid or something. And then that's what gets us the hot ingot, and then the hot ingot goes into the vacuum freezer. But at no point do we get the trinium dust, so we had to do the whole process and then grind the trinium dust. And so that's the biggest part of the reduction here for the for that doohickey. All right, what else do we got? So we can get rid of... Oh, this part's really cool. I like this. You don't even need the other machine. So in this one, the output is... It's on this side. The output is hydrogen and fluorine, and then the output bus here produces antimony. So I've got a filter on this, and it just inputs the antimony right back into the system. Otherwise, I mean, I could have done it like back and forth like this, but this was easier since I already had the line there anyways. The only thing that matters is the indium phosphide, which is probably an easier way of getting indium than what we're doing right now. So I might turn off the indium producer, and I don't know. I was thinking about it. Do we use indium dust for anything? So later on for a soldering alloy, we need it for indium gallium phosphide. But if we have the indium phosphide, we just add gallium to that. It should be fine. Okay, indium, tin, barium, titanium cuprate. So I'll probably just separate those. We'll see. This is going to need to be sped up. I'm waiting on a lot of the optimization until we get to UV power. And then I think once we do UV power, I'm going to lay out a ton of solar panels, and everything will be UV power. So, fluoroantimonic acid, good. Enriched naquita dust is good. Sodium persulfate is down here. This took a little bit to set up. It's not actually as great as I wanted it to be. I wanted it to just make the sulfuric acid, no inputs. But it was just, I mean, these are just trash elements, sodium and sulfur. So I could either make oxygen on the spot, or I could warp the oxygen in. And I figured, you know, as much as I like self-contained systems, this is nice. I also like how there's a little cavity in here for you to put all of your machines and whatnot. So this one is just warping in oxygen. I don't love it, but I don't, you know, it's fine. It's fine. And then this one block with the inputs is comparable to this. It takes sulfur dust. It takes sodium dust. and it's producing the oxygen. So the oxygen is being produced by this electrolyzer, which is being fed by water. So I thought about putting the electrolyzer in here to do that. That might still come. If I did that, it would just go over on this side, and then the whole multi-block would go inside here and then stick out to... I really like that idea. I'm probably going to do that. But this one is still working, so I'm not tearing this one down yet, but it might get replaced with another one of these. Although this is producing fast enough, it might be almost as fast to just zoop and pull it all together in the same one. I did set all of the ore processing plants. They now have their... I'm calling them the tier 3 metals. They're being processed, except for sheldonite and there was one other one that just didn't matter. Molten ore mixture is... I'm not doing sheldonite or bauxite. But those do need to go because the bauxite is kind of a janky setup here, and it'll let us tear down a bunch of stuff. So as I'm saying that, yep, that's definitely what we're going to do. I just, we need another autoclave and all that stuff. And okay, so sodium persulfate, good. We can get rid of these guys. These are all the parts of the chemical plant. And I made a couple extra chemical plants, so that's fine. Making the peak casings takes a really long time. Oh, tetrafluoroethylene. This one is also cool. I like this a lot. Where is tetrafluoroethylene? It is in experimental process chain. Yeah, no, this is not it. It's in the next one over. Right here. So I've got 3 of them. This one is making... What is this making? There we go. I put it on the inside, which is gonna make it hard to see, but it's so much nice. It's so much nice. And polybenzimidazole is just being made, although it's not being made because it is low on whatever this is. Probably benzene. I'm probably out of benzene. I probably need to set up more benzene. But that's fine. We got a ton. We got as much as we need. Well, basically as much as we need. I'll figure out what the benzene situation is later. What is going on with this machine? This is toluene, benzene, and propene makes... Did I not set this up right? Huh. Okay. Oh, that's right. This is what it is. This one makes PEEK. Polyether ether ketone. Yeah. But what I didn't notice when I was setting it up, because if you look, it's right here and it's super light. I just assumed it was, right off the bat, but it's UEV. So we aren't even going to be able to touch this until we get to UHV. Disappointing, but we can make it in the meantime manually when we need it. And I'm hoping we don't need so much that that's a bad decision. And then lastly, we'd mix carbon dust with benzene or something. I don't remember. And it makes tetrafluoroethylene. And the reason why it makes fluorine. So we're out of fluorine, but it makes tetrafluoroethylene. And the reason we want tetrafluoroethylene by itself and it doesn't go straight to polytetrafluoroethylene is because we do use tetrafluoroethylene to make perfluoroelastomer. There's something else. Tetrafluoroethylene. Huh, is that really all it makes? Oh. Well, that's easy. That's super easy. I should set that up too. So let's mark that because it's just perfluoromethyl ether. This is why I didn't do that. It also takes a ton of fluorine. Okay, but point is this is done as well. I do want to make these pipes, but they're kind of out of our price range at the moment. And lastly is epoxy. And epoxy is the one that's over here, and that's going to go, nope, it's going to go all the way back in this corner. And basically, that's cupric chloride. everything to the left of that is going to get removed and replaced with this recipe. But again, it requires more benzene, so I'll probably have to set up something to make benzene happen. The thing that we get benzene from right now mostly is wood tar and stuff, so it's fine. Well, I might even move it to its own island. I really like this island that's over. Where is that island? Over there. I keep coming over here and just looking at it and thinking, what could we do better? What could we do differently? Since they're all the multi-blocks, they can go well. This is the mixer, and maybe we make the large mixer so we can do the parallel hatches, because right now, whatever this is making, it's running at purple, which is ivy. It's already at 1 tick, so we can't make this go any faster. So we have to do parallel hatches to make it go faster. In fact, I'm looking at this. LUV, ZPM, UV. Okay, so it takes UHV before you get down to the 0.1. But if we go to IV even, yeah. So this is the trade-off you're looking at. It's 1.85 seconds if it's not perfect overclocked, which is not ideal. So even if we put a 16 on here, it's still running at half the speed of this guy at no. With perfect overclock. So we'll make that decision when we get to UV, maybe. And UV will happen when we get... Oh, and the point is that it'll... we'll put UV solar cells over there. This here is the drilling rig. It's not working because it's full. Because we just can't process it fast enough at the moment. And I keep coming over... Oh, no. This one's not working because it's the old one. This one's not working because it's full. I keep looking over here and looking, and after days and days of operation and processing, we're still only at 99% usage. It started, I think, 255, so it's like 99.5% of the oil has been taken. So this one here, same thing, heavy oil is at 0%. I might move it over. If I came over here, yeah, we're just slightly back into the heavy oil area. So I might move that over here, only make it that, and then we'll have heavy oil being produced. But I haven't found... Oh, we do have light oil all the way over here in this corner, and I don't know if it would be worth it to process light oil, but the completionist in me wants to, and that's the only resources we get, I think. So that's fun. That's neat. I did. Oh, and then I made the batteries. I've been threatening to do this for a while, but we already did a whole battery episode, and I figured nobody wanted to see more batteries. But this guy is all filled out. The only thing it's missing is I didn't bother automating the Naquita bolts. And apparently something else in here. Oh, right. The whatever IV, I think it's an IV field generator. Because the IV and the EV field generators require... I can see it from the outside. Require nether star, quantum stars, and I haven't figured out how I want to handle that yet. Which brings us all the way back to our first task. We need to get into, and I'm hoping we get to it today, but this episode is already half over. Just talking about the stuff that I did. It was raining, and I was going to do a live stream while I did all that, but it was raining so hard I didn't think it was going to be possible. So the next kind of things on the to-do list are setting up that liquid epoxy, setting up uranium dust, because while we are getting uranium dust now, I think, from the uraninite that we're getting out of pitch blend, is this actually running? No. Because why? Because it has no fluorine, I bet. No, it's got fluorine. It's got uraninite. It doesn't have hydrofluoric acid, and it doesn't have hydrofluoric acid because I did something weird there. But all of that goes away because uranium dust only requires hydrofluoric acid, and then it gives you the hydrogen and the fluorine back along with a little oxygen, which I think is extra. Yeah, so we just put a chemical reactor next to it. Can we make... No, it's a large chemical reactor. It's fine. The hydrofluoric acid in a chemical reactor is benzene and fluorine. Interesting. Hydrogen and fluorine. It's a ULV recipe, so by the time we get up to LUV, it doesn't even bother. But it's also got subtick parallels. So actually, I want to see now. If I go here, here, here. Okay. So at HV, it takes 3 ticks, and I don't know why it sometimes decides that the minimum is there, but it should do 4, 16, 32. It'll do 32 cycles of this in 3 ticks. So 10 cycles a tick, which is pretty doggone cool. And that's only things with subtick parallels, as opposed to I was looking at it, and these, the multi-smelters, have subtick parallels and coil parallels, so increasing the coil tier actually increases how fast it goes, but also because you've increased the coil tier, it reduces the time it takes to smelt anything, which means that the subtick parallels go, and you're basically going to smelt, I mean, I think we've smelt thousands of things per tick with just that one machine. I haven't figured out how we're going to handle it, but part of me thinks, could we do this with just one? Could we set it up? I don't know. Surely there's something there, but I don't like the blocking. That's kind of going. And I've got this platinum group sludge because it doesn't go anywhere. In fact, you're just gonna go. No. I forgot about the magnet. Was that enough for it to come back? No, it's gone. Okay, good. Okay. Right. Back to the day. One of the things that Hypercrafting pointed out is that our radon is stupid, and that's basically what it comes down to. We have, as soon as I set up the chemical line to handle the, and honestly, maybe we just do that. Maybe we should set up the chemical line right here. I think. Let's see, let's come down here real quick and take a look. So we have 7 over here. These are the kind of the secondary things that you get out of raw ore mixture, and these are the things we get out of the molten ore mixture. So between them, there's 7 here and 7 over here. And if we look at sodium persulfate in the ore processing, there's 31. And the reason why the difference is because these are the next tier. I think you get them from Abydos, maybe? If we can get to Abydos. I don't know if we can get to Abydos or not. But point is, there's only 14, I think we counted it out. And I keep trying, and it's so hard to keep track. But I don't see anything in here. Like, there's scheelite. There's 17 that we need to be able to do with 100, so that they're all in the same tier. The problem is we don't get scheelite from anything. We get it from raw scheelite, and then we get raw scheelite from tungsten essence in an essence burning thing, which might be a fast way to get tungsten. But we can get tungstate there, and then that just feeds right back into our current processing. And in fact, why would scheelite be so much more expensive than tungstate? What do we get from scheelite? If I run scheelite, manganese, molybdenum, calcium, manganese. If we run the crushed scheelite through in the ore processing, we don't get anything super great. Oh, californium. No, that's cadmium. In the chemical bath, we get tungstic acid and calcium. No, it's classic calcium. It's not anything interesting. So I don't know why that would be so expensive. But there are 3 of them, I think, that were in there that were like that I just don't care about. So let's designate this half to be things to process the outputs of these. So, for example, pitch blend is giving us uraninite. Why don't we just process the uraninite here? I think I like that plan. I don't know if I've got enough stuff to do it, but we're going to try it. So, where do we want to do that? I think we're going to start over in this corner. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. I'm hoping to get to this, but I need the uranium processed. Oh, so the point is that once you've got 8 plutonium-239s, you just mix it with some air and some uranium, and you get the dust along with radon. Well, this is a 200-second recipe, but if we do it in the large chemical reactor, by the time we get to, say, LUV, it's a 3-second recipe to get a bucket of radon. Right now, what we're running, well, we could also do it in the fusion reactor, but that's 30 seconds to get a bucket, and it takes a Mark II anyways, and LUV power, it's a lot of oversight. So maybe not. Right now, liquid ender air, at 100 seconds, we get 1 bucket. We can overclock it. It doesn't do subtic parallels, so I think we could push it all the way up to 12.5 seconds to get 1 bucket. But none of the rest of this stuff really is useful in that regard at that scale. So he has an excellent point, and we're going to go do that real quick. Before we get to any of this. The reason is because we need radon in the fusion reactor. No, we don't want Nequadria. I think this must be like how you're supposed to get Nequadria the default way, but we do need duranium. I guess I should have pointed out. My ultimate goal is if we take duranium, we mix it with titanium, we get tritanium. With tritanium, we can fluid solidifier, not the gear, not the plate. There's something in here. I can't find it. Point is, we can use it to make UV motors. And we want UV motors because once we get UV motors, we can make a UV assembly line. Assembler. Yeah, and once we have a UV assembler, and this is, oh, no, this one. It's just UV orbit arms and conveyor belts with a machine hull, and that one requires Darmstadtium, which is also on my list here. We just need 1, 2, 3, 4, just 4 fusion reactors. No big deal. Just 4 CERNs. But we can do all that, and we can get solar panel 7s right here. We're already making the photovoltaic cell 6s, but we can use that to make the solar panel 7s, and then the solar panel 8s are right around the corner as soon as we get neutronium. Neutronium we get from the exact, it's a Mark III, so it's, I mean, I say it's right around the corner, but I think once we get these 4 done, Mark IIIs are right around the corner, and we just mix americium and Nequadria. Americium we get from chromium and lutetium we get from silicon and lanthanum, so that's like 5 there. We should probably set up the lutetium now, but we're not going to worry about it. Okay, we're going to go grab all the stuff we need for this guy here. So we need peak casings, we need heat vents, we need 1 auto maintenance hatch, we need the chemical plant, which should be in C's, there we go, and some tungsten frames, molybdenum disilicide. It's going to be under M. Molybdenum. Oh, I only have 3 left. Okay. That is graphene foil, HSLA steel, and molybdenum disilicide rings. Okay, that's no big deal. Let's go make that happen. So I'm going to get I forgot. We want a stack of this. It's going to be that. Okay, let's make that happen real quick. We haven't done this on camera. So we need a stack of HSLA steel. No big deal. One downside I'm finding of, where do I, oh, it's over here. Put a bunch of HSLI steel in here. Can't remember if I'm auto making that or not yet. I need to, I can't remember if I've set that up. So HSLA steel goes in there, and then we have molybdenum disilicide, and we get 4 for every cycle. So that's 8 stacks of molybdenum disilicide. Lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Oh, I got one too many. That's fine. You can just go in here, I guess. I'll fix it later. That famous later. And then this one, I guess that means we only need 4 stacks of graphene. But do I have graphene cooked? Oh. Oh, we can just use graphene dust through a extruder. I must have done this before, but I think I might have cooked the graphene ingots. Where do I have graphene? Oh, it's over here in the mixer. It's a 3, so it's going to be this one? Yes. Ferrite, Canthal, black steel, graphene. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that what we wanted? Extruder 4. Yep, okay. That'll be super easy, barely any inconvenience. My base is getting so widespread that I can't get to one side from the other anymore. Lovely indeed. And you are full. That's going to cause us a problem. How are we going to fix that? We're going to grab you. And we'll remove this for now. In fact, I should just generally leave a aluminum crate here. Yeah, that'll work. And then if we put a foil mold, that's plates, there's foil. In here with 1, 2, 3, 4, we should have enough to make a stack of these things. As soon as I grab the HSLA steel out of here. Yeah, sure. You can have a knack with a drum. Alright, so you're making all that. Let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of there. And actually, I was going to make this more difficult than it needed to be. If I come over here, I think, yes, I was very clever. Okay, so we'll grab that. We're just going to switch these. The polyether ether, you know, that's in there to make the peak casings. And then you can go back right there. And then in here, we want to put the... Where this was, enriched aqueduct. Okay, so I only need 5 of these to go to start with. We need a bunch of these molybdenum disilicide dust coil blocks, so I'm not real worried about making too many of them. Okay, you can go back away, and as soon as we have... Oh, there we got 5. Cool. So we've got you, and we have you. And again, I've been finding that it's most helpful if I... Oh, we already had the... We already put down the... Did we? No, we didn't. Okay, but we got it, so we're fine. Put you here, and do that. And then if we put down heat casing here, I guess that's as good a place as any for the auto maintenance hatch, but I like to make sure I can see it so I know whether or not it's there, which, as I keep thinking about things, is maybe not super necessary. Okay, whoa. Are you supposed to have... Oh, right. I forgot about the... It is supposed to have something up there. Right here. But I've got those. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. I made enough to make all of the... I made 8 chemical plants, and that's enough to make all of them. Okay, so... Easiest ways to come up here. I could have the builder build it for me, but, you know, I like to feel useful. All right, and then in here is going to go... How do we want to do this? I think we want to go this way. So we'll do an input hatch here. We'll do an input bus there. We'll do 2 output hatches. How many output hatches do we need? What are we making again? Oh, uraninite. So this chemical line reduction is what produces the extra oxygen. So we actually need yet another one, and I think that right there is a good place for that. Okay, so we need 4 fluid, 1 bus, and power. Power is going to go right there. And what is the tier? LUV. So ZPM? Sure, we're going to do ZPM because we can. That would be another one that I set up. I set up a bunch of these to be made. Yeah, but they're not automated yet because I don't know. I'm big into... That doesn't seem like fun. Let's not do that. While we're here, let's go ahead and grab all of this stuff that we need. So we can get rid of these guys. And instead... Oh, did I mention I made the electronic energy orb clusters? So now they're what's charging our equipment as well. We need the large chemical reactor. We need some chemical cleaner pipe casing. We need one of those. We need PTFE. Oh, I didn't put PTFE pipe casing down. Oh, that was almost frustrating. I would have taken a very long time trying to figure out what was going on there. Okay, so we'll put the PTFE pipe casing down as well. And then we need, what do we decide? We need 1 input bus. We'll need a MV output bus because it produces a bunch of stuff. We need all the hatches, just all of them. And we've already got 2 energy hatches, but we do need another. Did I grab the large chemical reactor? I did. So then we can grab the automated hatch. I think that's everything. I think that's everything. And then we're here, so we're going to come over here and... Okay, let's place these down before it messes things up. All right, so we decided the output oh, these are all going to be these are going to be an output hatch, right? Because this is going to produce 1. Nope. No, put it right here, I guess. If I can figure out how to... I love this jump thing, but I have to try like 3 times before I get anything. Okay, so this one's going to be the oxygen. We don't care about the other ones, but I've been finding that it doesn't always perfectly represent what it's doing. So we'll do fluorine, and I think it was hydrogen, right? Yeah. And I'm sure I've mentioned this, but I really like these perfect cycles. And then lastly, we need the input hatch. And then that means that we're going to have 2 input hatches, 1, 2. And then we'll have an output hatch. And this one definitely does not need to be set, but we're going to do it anyways. Hydrofluoric acid. Okay. That'll work. And then over here, we decided this is going to be power. And then we'll do another power. Actually, the other power has to go right here, doesn't it? So, yeah, we'll do it like that. And then I don't think I've got a ZPM energy converter, but those are easy to make. Fairly easy to make. Okay, so input, output. This is all we want this machine to do, is recombine this. So we'll just build everything else into it. Did I put down everything? I did, so I can grab you and do this. And it's formed. Hopefully it didn't steal any hatches to form it, but I don't think it can. In fact, let me just double check. If we look at the, because they're on the inside, right there. Yeah, these have to be the PTFE pipe casings. Yeah, just those 8. Cool. Done. And then this guy can be right there. Yeah, this is what I mean. I like these little recesses. That was a nice touch. It was an excellent touch. At least for my preferences. And then we don't need anything else. It's just going to be a little warty machine. Okay, you're formed. You need power. I think they're ready to go. No. I don't want an input hatch here. I wanted an input bus. There we go. And then that means we do need the outputs, and the outputs will go right here. You get, yeah, we did. Perfect. Okay, now we can go grab. We'll put this here. And then we'll go grab the granite, which should be this one. Pitch blend. Granite. There we go. And then what I think we're going to also do. Oh, it's only sometimes. If I just barely, I think what's happening here is I'm just barely getting, like, maybe it's what block I'm looking at. Yeah, it's what block I'm looking at is in range of, I put that controller down inside the poneglyph castle. Yeah, so pitch blend will also process that right here. In fact, maybe like right up above it. And it'll just feed right back into the uraninite store. There's nothing we do with pitch blend, right? This part infuriates me. All these intermediary little bits that we have to do something with. We could get by without it, but it seems like a waste. So, I mean, if we weren't going to do this, if we were just going to do the uraninite, then if we have pitch blend, in fact, maybe this would have been a better way of doing it. I just like these machines. I like these all-in-one machines. So we took the ground pitch blend, and we go to the ore processing diagram, and we want uraninite. Oh, I see. These all produce pitch blend. And uraninite is actually an off production. So if we want uraninite, we have to purify it somehow. And then we would get 100% pitch blend, as opposed to right now, we are getting 17.5% processing. I see. Can we purify this? No, but we can centrifuge it. So honestly, that's fine. That we'll just run a centrifuge right there. I even have a centrifuge to do. Right. So the only thing this is waiting for is actual power. Oh wait. What is this going to produce? We put the uraninite in there. It's going to produce 2 outputs. So 1 and 2, and oh, these are different. Yeah, they're not uraninite, they're uranium. So let's grab 2 quantum chests. And we'll mark them. Uranium 230. 5? Is it? Huh. Well, I guess I'll mark the other one later because I don't want to. Oh, I see. The fact that it's uranium-238 is not the actual name of it. That's the chemical signal. Gotcha. Okay. So now we can do that, and got in. got out. We need power, and we need some fluoroantimonic acid. The fluoroantimonic acid is going to be relatively easy. I think so. We want a lot, honestly. So let's run over here where it's all the off gassing of whatever this machine was. Gets us the hydrofluoric acid, not the hydroantimonic. So as I'm doing this, I'm realizing I don't actually have a big enough set of hatches. So we probably want to switch to the bigger hatches. Yeah. But that's okay. We still got the hydrofluoric acid slowly eating into our stainless steel drum. And we need to grab a ZPM hull, which is our last one. Why? We got, because I'm out of polybenzamidazole. Okay. I just need to bring it over here. That could cause us a problem. But I'm actually kind of thinking that this might be a little shorter episode because this is a nice round task to accomplish. And what were we going to grab? We were going to grab dragon steel wire. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. Use. What did I grab? I grabbed an LED circuit. Oops. And I do have dragon steel wire. Good. Okay. And then do we have better hatches? I have a non-output hatch. That is sufficient. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's what we want. So not cool that we have to come in here and break everything again, but it'll be fine. Right, so I'm glad I noticed that before. That's another one. I'm glad I noticed it before and not after. Okay, so those are output. So that's input. Let's go ahead and do 3. I don't remember. Do we need 3 or 4 output hatches? Doesn't matter. Output hatch. There. Going down. And you are fluorine. Fluorine. And then output hatch. You're going to be hydrogen. I know we literally just did this. It would be nice if there was a better way of handling that, but you know, whatever. And then an input hatch. This one's going to be an input hatch. And you get the output hatch. You're going to be hydrofluoride. And then lastly, put back our chem cleaner pipe casings. Formed? Formed. This guy is going to be an output hatch. This one. And we don't need to mark this because of where it is, but we're going to mark it anyways. And I know I just changed the direction, but I decided I wanted it up instead. And the only difference is that it's going to go zoop up there. Oh, well, no, we can do it from inside. It's fine. 2 tungsten frames. Reformed. Needs power. Power is going to come right here. And I thought about overclocking this guy, but it's already running so fast that it shouldn't be an issue. Okay, everything's primed and ready to go. There is no reason to throttle this at all because we don't need uraninite dust for anything, right? The only thing we do with uraninite dust is turn it into uranium hexafluoride. Oh, right, to make uranium. Right, we don't want to do that anymore. Yeah. So the only thing we do with this is turn it into uranium hexafluoride, which turns into enriched and depleted, and the only thing to do with those is to turn them back into uranium. Cool. And this way, we don't even get the hydrogen back, do we? No, we had to supply hydrogen. Well, we get the water. So this is why we get water and oxygen, but they realized that's obnoxious, so they fixed it, and I appreciate that. Okay, so input hatch. I should be able to just put this in here and it goes. Doggone it. You're an output bus. Input hatch has got hydrofluoric acid. It is hydrofluoric acid. Yes. You got plenty to do. Your output bus is empty and ready to go. Output hatch has got oxygen, fluorine, and hydrogen, and they're all IV, so they've got 256, so that's plenty of space. Is this... It's LUV, and we put ZPM power up there. Ha! Sorry, I just yelled into your ear. Just every doggone time. Oh, and these turn. That's fun. Okay, and then in here we will put the quantum tank and its oxygen, and I just don't care to store that. But we've already got these guys going, and now that I'm looking at it, I think I want them right over here. Because if I put them here, then having the other thing will be problematic. Okay, so yeah, let's go grab 2 robot arms. Ah, that miss every time. And you are already locked and not connected. Right, and then is this the ratio we're expecting? 90-3? You're holding on to uranium-235. Why? Because I totally forgot I just misclicked, even though I was grunting and grumbling about it a second ago. Cool. Okay, but that is the ratio you expect. 9-1, right? Yeah. Cool. Cool. So, let's run back up here. And I think it's over here. We can tear down all of that. I've got a lot of stuff up here I need to tear down here shortly. In fact, let's just take this, because it's not doing anything, right? That's not doing anything. I don't know why this broke down, but it did, so we're not going to worry about it. Right, and so now I can put these over here instead of in front of the machine, which we don't need to see the machine. In fact, now that I'm looking at it, I might turn it so they come out under here. Actually, I know I keep changing things around. I might change it around because what we really want to do... Let's I'll come back and take a look at it in a second. We're going to go grab a couple of things, I think. Let's grab Tumbaga casing, because I do want to set this radon up. This is in a large chemical reactor. This is not in a... Okay. Okay, so we have some of the stuff for a large chemical reactor. Just need... Oh, that's not supposed to be in there. We just need maintenance hatch, chemical reactor block itself, Cooper nickel block. We have input hatches and need some buses. I don't know how many we need. You can go away. And I should probably check and make sure that the... Are you actually running? Yep. Cool. Let's watch that again. Well, actually, how long does this take? That's so fast. So it sounds like three tick operations. Right, cool. Okay, so we want the uranium dust to come into here. And the uranium dust is going to be on the second one, so... We're going to do chemically inert. And then... input hatch. Or input bus. The words, they're hard. Right, so... Oh, that's already built up like almost 8 stacks. Cool. Okay, so this is going to get moved right here. I'm going to move the output to right here, and then it's going to push into these guys. In fact, let's just do that. If I set view to these ones with the rotating cycles, you really do have to set that like that. Okay. I know we've moved this around several times, but I want it perfect. Okay, so it's going to go this way. And I want this balanced under there, yeah. So bring it out here and output bus. And then like that. And you can output that way. Uranium 238 goes there. Uranium 235 goes there. I need to switch these again. And doot here and here, and then these guys can get moved over. So it doesn't look as nice in my mind. Well, it looks okay. It looks okay. And then I need to put the peak casing back. Formed, good. Go back on, please. You're doing your thing. And then this is pulled out. That, good. Right, so now for this guy, we'll go ahead and put down... I put it on the top on that one. Oh, well. Chemical reactor. And then where do we want the inputs to be? Probably on the top, because what's going to happen here is we're going to produce air. So that's going to have to come down and over somehow. And then we need a smelter. Because we're going to get the plutonium-238 dust, and then to get the ingot, we're just going to smelt it. And I think that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Problem is... Oh, wait, no, hold on. It's only got one output. Oh, good. I was thinking we want 2 outputs from it, but one of them's a liquid. So we can just do this. And you can go right here. Right here. I I like to be able to see them from the outside in case I need to change things. And that means that you're going to have an input bus on top. And it's going to be a ton of extra resources. Putting the multi-block smelter there is so much overkill. But at the same token, so much cool. Okay, so output bus, input bus. We need an input hatch. This is 10 air is all it needs. So that's fine. Where do we want this input hatch? Is that good enough? No. I guess I want it down. Well, I can't put it down one. I can put it right here. I'm not really thinking this through too much. I'm just kind of trying to lay out what's gonna happen. Okay, so there's that block and this block. I'd really like to be able to put better blocks here. In fact, let's just check just to be sure, because I haven't checked in a long time. How do I? There we go. If I gave you, no, I want to. As long as we're gonna do it, let's do a trinium coil block. If I gave you a trinium coil block, I am like 90% certain it's not going to run. But if it went faster or used less electricity, like that would be cool. If like, even if it was like a 1%, like a 1% reduction in liquid usage, that would be like crazy huge. So that's obviously why they aren't going to do that. But I can dream. I can imagine things. This is my game, dagnabbit. Okay, so we've got input bus. We've got input hatch, and we've got output bus. We need output hatch, and the output hatch is going to go, I guess, right here. Honestly, that's probably the best place for it. Output hatch. Yeah. So, power. Power's going to go right here. I need, oh no! No, I've got enough things. Yep, cool. I've got the two that I need. That's all I need. Don't mind me. It was the hatches that I need to fix. Okay, so power. And we'll need to make the air collector. There is no, if we just want air. Stairs, hairs, cares, stairs. Oh, we could burn essence for it. This is actually probably pretty cheap, all things considered, but not as cheap as just collecting it. So we'll run it through the gas collector. It is just a normal machine, but by the time we get up to ZPM, that's 3 ticks to get 10 buckets. That's plenty fast. Yeah. Okay, so dragon steel wire is going to come down this far. And then we'll connect here, here. And if this is not fast enough, we can overclock most of these machines. Nope. Didn't want to, I just wanted the link. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll build the rest of this out. Got that. We got power. We got everything. Okay, cool. So you... formed. Good. Good. And then we want a tank. We want a good tank that goes in the correct direction. Outputs to the... probably the bottom. And then let's go grab... what do we need for a ZPM air collector? Gas collector. 2 pumps, a fluid filter. Oh no, we're out of machine holes. That is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's gonna go okay. Don't panic. I said don't panic. We can make this happen. I've got the connections. I was talking to one of my, one of DOW's teachers. It's their business teacher in middle school. So middle school business teaching, which is awesome. And I was telling her, I was like, look, you know, I've been talking to some of the companies in the area. You know, I just have to, you know, check up on my students and whatnot. You know, if you want help with anything, just let me know, because you're doing, you know, work readiness stuff, whatever. And she was like, oh, and then she looked at one of her other students and went, see, I've got all the connections. I told you I had connections. This guy just walked up and like told me that he was going to help me out with things. See, you got to have connections. And I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind being an object lesson. That's what I signed up for. I just thought it was funny. No, oh wait, we do have ZPM pumps. It's UV pumps that I'm noodling how to make. 1, 2, good. And then 1 ZPM chip and the fluid filter. These are so easy to make. I like the easy ones. I run everywhere now just so I can hear the tick 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 tick. Okay, and we're gonna go back down here. Put you right there, and you can output out the back. Okay, now why? Oh, because you have to set you to a 1. Yeah, done. It's full. That's it. Okay. And the other time I used this, I actually set a tank so it would collect it, but I don't think that's going to be necessary, and it just gets weird when I try turning everything off. So I think we'll be okay. Okay, last one is... Oh, wait. You did form. Wait a second. You're not supposed to form. So you... Wait. You got input bus. You got your input hatch. Oh, we need another input bus. I did forget about that. Okay. So we'll do another input bus right here. And then I need another output bus. Get one. Okay, that's fine. We need to grab some plutonium. How do we get plutonium? Output bus. For some reason, some of these slots won't let me control click on. And it's just the specific slots, because it doesn't seem to be a problem otherwise. What is this? Uranium dust. Why do I have that? Oh, right. I totally forgot I was going to put those down instead of what's there. I will fix that in just a moment. Okay, hold on. We need plutonium-239. And to get the plutonium-239... I don't think we get it this way. I think we get it... Don't we get it out of the... Don't we get it from these guys? Thorium fuel rod gives me uranium-235. Highly enriched gives me 241. And depleted gives me 239. Okay, so let's go. What do we do with this? Centrifuge. Oh, the centrifuge is in use. The centrifuge is not in use. Cool. So we'll get... Oh, look, I already have a bunch. I'll take a stack. That's fine. And if I put the stack in here, you're smelted, along with the colorful rest of them. And I should be able to just put this... Oh, I'll go right down here. I should be able to just put this right in the input bus, right? I need the output bus right here. But if I put you in here, 3 ticks for a bucket of radon. I can live with that. What was I gonna check? We done? Is that it? That's all we needed to do, huh? We get radon. That's so much faster. Okay, well then... Oh, it worked! That's what I was checking. I've got tritium coil block in there. So, hold on a second. If I run over here... We're gonna need some more anyways. I've been just using the Cooper nickel because I thought you had to. I thought I must have checked, but I must have checked wrong. Let's turn you off for a second. And come back here and replace you. But there's no information about what it does. Large chemical. Is it just which one we like? Which one's prettier? Yeah, it doesn't tell us what the different coil blocks do. But it obviously is working. Why did you stop? Because you're out of uraninite. Interesting. You're out of uraninite because you're out of uraninite. It already processed all of our uraninite. Nice. Okay, hold on. Let's grab this. And do this before I forget why we were doing that. Okay, there's uranium. That's the one we wanted. We want this one. Oh, wait. Yeah, they're just close enough to be confusing. Okay. Which is all fine because I forgot to... Didn't I have the other one? I put the other one down. I just didn't put that one down. Awesome. Very clever. Okay. Oh, man, this is so cool. But a little bit dangerous. How do I make this go faster? I'll smush up all that pitch blend. That's what we'll do. I'll do that off camera. But that'll just go... Kind of want to do it off this side, but I'll do it just right here. And that should be everything, right? Thorium... Honestly, well, it's fine. I was thinking we could put the thorium in a nuclear reactor and have it just do its thing. But the nuclear reactors are up there, and I'd like to keep them up there because they're cool, even if we're not doing anything with them. Yep, that's my conclusion. So, heat-proof casings. I have heat-proof casings. I have not many heat-proof casings. Okay. I'm gonna, just for now, steal these, and I'll replace them, if I replace them. Sufficient. Yeah, 16 is enough. And then I think we need... Do you need a hatch? Yeah, you do need a hatch. I am running out of hatches. I need to make another big pile of those. I don't like making hatches for some reason, but I'm hoping these are easy enough to make. We've got the hatches. We've got that. We need a maintenance hatch, and we need a multi-smelter, which is that one. That everything we need. Power. We need power. We already put power down. We did. Cool. Okay. So let's go ahead and... I know I said I like to see them, but this one's weird. Oh, no, it's not. We can just put it on top. It's fine. Multi-smelter. I guess we just need the heat-proof casings. And then uranium coil blocks. This is going to smelt like instantly, so it's pretty cool. Maintenance goes there, and the rest of it... Oh, no. Muffler hatch. Don't forget that. Now the rest of it is heat-proof casings. Formed. Oh, and done. Look at it go. I might even want to have a smaller tank there. But, I mean, look at the rate there. Lock it. Look at that rate go. Okay. I am sold. This was the better way to do this, because it's not that we don't need uranium for stuff. It's that... I mean, maybe we need uranium for stuff. How are you not running because... Oh, it needs like 30. Oh, it does cycle through that fast. But it's the same ratio, right? If we put 30 in, 30 uraninite in, we get a 10 uranium total, right? Whereas if we were going to make the uranium-238 from the depleted uranium hexafluoride, it's a 6-to-1 ratio. So we would have gotten... Yeah, it's there, but the point is it's still a 3-to-1. Yeah, so the ratio is still the same. It's just doing it all internally. So if I run over here, I should be actually processing the pitch blend somewhere. I could have sworn I put that together. Is it just so slow as to be basically useless? Come on. Not this side anyways. Yeah, right here. It's 13 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to move this. I'll put this down there, and it'll basically just do the exact same thing, but output, what is it, pitch blend, and thorium, and lead. I mean, honestly, that lead is not very helpful, but it's fine. We'll put it down, and... We'll all go to the uraninite, I guess. But I think that's going to do it for today. We made the radon. We've got a couple more tasks to do. If this... And the reason why we want to do this is because radon in particular... Well, we need it for quantum stars. So I am contingent on the production of radon from pitch blend. That's what it's all coming out from pitch blend. Actually, so as I'm looking at that, one of the things that's stopping us is, and I'm even thinking maybe we don't even need all of the, where am I going? Going over here. Yeah, so I'm looking at this. This metal mixture dust we can mix with lava and stone dust. So that might be something that we put together. That might be something worth putting together. I might move this whole doohickey here. I'd like to move it to where it's useful. So all of this metal molten ore mixture. I'm trying to figure out, is this something that's self-cycling? So if I take 2 metal mixture dust, mix with 48 lava to make molten ore mixture. Have I been doing this wrong? Have I been sidelining myself? 48 lava. So stone dust, don't care. Lava, don't care. Those are both basically free at this point. So metal mixture dust 2 makes 20 molten ore mixture. Molten ore mixture in the distillation tower, 10 buckets makes 4. It is self-propagating. Oh. Oh. That sounds like... No! I was just gonna say I'm gonna just warp over. Oh, sorry. Let's one more time. This I think is funny. When I'm holding the rod, look at how many. You can see all of them. That's just awesome. Okay. Yeah. Looking at this, I might be doing this all backwards. I might not care about any of these because I really don't. I mean, Most of this is kind of, I only need tantalite, but we can get that from other stuff. Maybe. Huh. Okay, so that sounds to me like another floor. Or could I come all the way over here? And molten mixture. We put that right here. We put the distillation tower. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's 1 too small. So if we go down in the ground. Okay. That might be next episode then. Or I might do it in between. Actually, I'll probably do it in between because it's going to be a lot of fiddling around. And I really want to get to the... into these guys. Anyhow, but if we do that, then we'll get way more of this stuff, which can process through into here. And if I get enough power, I might go through and ramp these up, put them all with... Point is, we just exponentially grew our ability to make things. I mean, I know they said we could do that, but I didn't even think about that. So there's also molten ore mixture. Just one more check. Pure molten ore mixture is not a thing. Impure is not a thing. Okay. So mixer, manifold centrifuging. Okay. Voidic waste residue, which we get from alpha state void sludge, which we get from dormant void entangled quantum slurry, which we get from low entropy voidic excretion through a voidic reinforced mesh, which we get, and these are all UEV, so it doesn't even matter. But entropic harvesting from an abyssal harvester, which is that monstrosity there. So yeah, no, I didn't need to check that. Yeah, manifold centrifuging isn't a thing. Molten destabilization. Oh, no. These are all the crazy metals we're not even close to yet. So mixer. This is the one we want. Oh, okay, I see. So we could have used any crushed ore to pop through here. But if we bump up here, we get this. And if we do this in the mixer, I might make the big mixer for this. Because there's 0 speed up. There's 0 difference between this and the perfect overclock version, right? Because it's right there. And so it'll be half as fast if we go to LUV. Quarter as fast if we go to ZPM. So if I can put a 16-fold on there, honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna go think about it a little bit about which one's better. Oh, I was like, why is it cycling? It's because I was, yeah, okay. It's fine. This has been a fantastic episode. I really enjoyed putting together this quick Radon thing. I love everything that makes things faster and better and stronger and smarter and more awesome. And I think that's going to do it. So until next time, I'll catch you on the flippity flop.